Imagine coming home every single day for an entire year, cooking dinner, watching TV, sleeping in your bed, while a complete stranger is hiding in your closet, watching you, eating your food, waiting for you to leave. This isn't fiction. This happened in Japan. And the truth is more disturbing than any horror movie. Beat drop / music shift. May 2008. Fukuoka, Japan. 57-year-old Tatsuko Horikawa lived alone in a modest apartment. Quiet guy. Worked regular hours. Nothing unusual about his life. But something was wrong. Food started disappearing. Not large amounts at first. A few items here and there. He'd buy groceries, put them away, and the next day, less than he remembered. At first, he thought he was going crazy. Maybe he ate more than he thought. Memory playing tricks. Then it got worse. Things moved. Items weren't where he left them. Doors he remembered closing were open. The apartment felt different when he came home. Like someone had been there. But his door was always locked. No signs of break-in. No broken windows. Tatsuo did what any logical person would do. He set up a security camera. What it captured changed everything. June 2008. Tatsuo checks the footage while at work on his phone. The apartment is empty. Quiet. Then, movement. The closet door slides open. Slowly. And a woman emerges. She's in her 50s. Looks completely ordinary. And she moves through his apartment like she owns it. She goes to the kitchen. Opens the fridge. Makes herself food. Eats calmly. Then washes the dishes. Puts everything back neatly. She walks around. Sits on his furniture. Uses the bathroom. Then, before he's due home, she disappears back into the closet. Tatsuo's hands are shaking watching this. This woman has been living in his home. But for how long? He immediately calls the police. When officers arrive, they search the apartment. And there she is. 58-year-old Tatsuko Horikawa. No relation. Hiding in the closet. But here's where it gets absolutely insane. Police interrogate her. And she confesses everything. She'd been living there for an entire year. 365 days. In his closet. Undetected. But it gets darker. This wasn't her first time. Tatsuko was homeless. And she had perfected the art of breaking into homes and living undetected. She'd done this before. Multiple times. In different apartments across Japan. Here's how she did it. The method. She'd find apartments where people lived alone. Watch their schedules for days. Break in during a narrow window when they were at work. Hide in closets or storage spaces they rarely used. Only come out when they left for work. Eat small amounts so nothing was obviously missing. Use the shower when they were gone. Sleep while they slept. Stay frozen still in the closet. She had a sleeping bag, some clothes, and basic supplies crammed in that closet. She'd been showering in his bathroom. Sleeping on his floor when he was at work. The most terrifying part? She said she felt safe there. In his home. Like it was hers. Psychologists later said she developed a parasitic lifestyle. She convinced herself she wasn't hurting anyone. Just existing. Invisibly. But think about what this means for Tatsuo. Every time he showered. Every time he changed clothes. Every private moment. She was feet away. Listening. Waiting. For 365 days. Tatsuko Horikawa was arrested and charged with trespassing. But she couldn't be charged with much else. She didn't steal significant items. Didn't vandalize. Technically, she just existed where she wasn't supposed to. She was homeless and mentally struggling. Courts were lenient. Tatsuo. He moved out immediately. Couldn't stay in that apartment. The psychological damage was done. But here's what keeps people up at night about this case. How many others are doing this right now? Japan has a massive homeless population. And space is limited. Could someone be in your home? After this case went public, police across Japan received hundreds of calls. People hearing noises. Finding food missing. Feeling watched. Several other cases were discovered. People living in attics, crawl spaces, even under beds. This wasn't an isolated incident. This was a phenomenon. Warning signs to watch for. Food disappearing consistently. Items moved or doors opened you remember closing. Strange sounds when you're home alone. Feeling of being watched. Small missing items, toiletries, snacks. Unfamiliar smells in your home. Experts recommend. Check all closets, storage spaces regularly. Consider security cameras in common areas. Lock interior storage if living alone. Trust your gut if something feels off. Because the scariest horror isn't fiction. It's the reality that someone could be living in your home right now, and you'd never know. Outro, 9:30 to 10 o'clock. The woman in the closet case remains one of the most disturbing true crime stories from Japan. Not because of violence, but because of violation. The ultimate invasion of privacy. Your home is supposed to be your sanctuary. The one place you're safe. But for Tatsuko Horikawa, that safety was an illusion for 365 days. What would you do if you discovered someone living in your home? Let me know in the comments. And if you found this story as disturbing as I did, hit that subscribe button. We cover the most bizarre true crime and mystery cases that'll make you question reality. Stay safe out there. And maybe, check your closet tonight. I'm serious. Fade to black with closet door creaking sound effect.